Okay, we're going over the analysis report tab, which is the second tab. We're going to go over what this tab does. So when you're on this tab, it's going to give you a report based on a ticker you choose and tell you earnings play for that particular stock. So let's say let's say McDonald's. So we'll do MCD, then we'll click the orange analyze button, and it's going to fetch the data, calculate the IV rank, it's going to get the Greeks. It's going to recommend a strategy based on testing strategies. Then it's going to run a back test for the strategies, that it tested. And then whichever one has the best historical success rate is going to recommend. And that's what it's doing now. So that takes about a minute or two, as you can see from the progress bar. And remember, this is calling the Tradier API key to fetch all real-time data to produce this report. So it's not just a static report. It's based on real data as of the second you press the analyze button. So it takes a bit of a second to produce all the information. So now it's complete. It's loading up. We get this warning. This is telling us that there may be liquidity issues with this particular ticker, saying the average spread is 57%, which means the bid and the ask are about 57% apart. It's letting us know the open interest is about 34 contracts for each chain. Well, each strike. But that may not be relevant to what you want to do, because that's for all the strikes. Usually strikes at the money have more open interest and less of a spread. But you can check that in this app as well, and you'll see that on a future video for the options chain. Okay, so let's go over it. We have our report, the quick summary. It tells us we should place an iron condor. It gives us the credit we would get if we did place that, the maximum risk, the win probability, the IV rank of the stock, and it says the back test has a 100% win rate for this trade based on this setup. So that means the last 8 times this would have worked. Doesn't mean it will work in the future. It's just telling you it has worked in the past. Now these tabs are kind of self-explanatory. Tells you to apply IV. You open it and you can read it. It gives you the percentage moves, the direction, and it explains the tab. I don't have to read through this, because when you do it yourself, you can read through that as well. Same thing for the recommended strategy. It tells you it's an iron condor. It explains why, how it works, and gives you the confidence score on that. How to enter this trade. If you want help entering the specific trade, it gives you that trade and what you need to do to enter that trade. The back test, same thing, just gives you information on the back test. Lets you know what the scanner predict and what the scanner predicts will happen going forward and what actually happened. And it gives you information on that. So this is all information based. I don't need to read this, because when you do it, you can read it yourself. Position Greeks, it gives you the Greek for that trade. So if you're interested in the Greeks, it gives you that information. And then the strategy comparison shows you 14 different strategies and why, and it ranks it and tells you why, which the strategy that is shown won. Then the disclaimer, as always, this program is not financial advice, it's information. So you can make informed decisions. And if you want financial advice, to seek out a professional financial advisor. Now, also, just so you know, when you run this tab and it produces this report, whatever recommended strategy, if you click the profit loss graph tab, it loads that strategy into the profit loss graph tab. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do in this tab. And this chart is dynamic, and we'll go over that in the profit loss graph video. Thanks.